Projectors, this one's for you. I meet so many unbelievably amazing projectors in my life. I'm married to one even that honestly just feel like they aren't heard. They feel like they can't communicate effectively and no one really listens to them and their advice. And they know they have really good advice. This video is for you. And before we jump into how to use your aura, how to communicate more effectively, and even honestly create offers that work better with your design, with your energy, I want to quickly share that things are kind of rebranding around here, and I am so excited for this rebrand. It's been a long time coming, but bit by bit, I'm rebranding each of the different offers in my offer suite, putting together a website, which will come, rebranded the whole Facebook community, rebranding this channel, doing all of these different things to evolve with me. I'm a Manny Gen. I do have a defined G, but I often find myself evolving and changing my mind a lot. And this rebrand is just the next evolution of myself. So I want to bring you along for the ride. If you're not in the Facebook group yet, go jump in. I'll leave the link below. If you want a custom report, I still have that offer. It is getting rebranded soon too, on how to use your unique human design in your messaging. So all of that is happening. Super excited about it. I'm also wanting to get away from my desk and doing videos always at my desk. I find this is my safety bubble. I really like having my little bubble to create in. The kids aren't distracting me and I can just focus on what I'm creating and the information that I'm sharing. But I'm starting to feel a little bit, bored with it. You could say. So I'm going to be hopefully expanding out from just sitting here in front of my desk and talking with you. But yeah, let's get into this episode all about projectors and your beautiful, more pointed aura, right? Projectors often come to me saying that they don't feel like anyone's really listening. No one's commenting. They feel like they have so much to share with people and no one really seems to care. Feels like they have to show up all the time, be consistent, right? With daily posts and what do they post about? And they oftentimes will write a novel instead of being short and concise. Now, there's nothing wrong with either one, but there is a fine line between sharing a lot and just sharing and expressing yourself and overcompensating in trying to convince someone that what you do is needed. I often find that most projectors are in that convincing zone more than just I'm here sharing and I have a lot to say, right? There's a difference. There's a very different energetic feel to that. And even as I say that, I want you to feel into convincing someone seems like your post ends up being really, really long. It's a whole novel. You're sharing, you're trying to convince someone that they need your help instead of just saying, hey, here's what I did. And here's some information you might like, right? It's a very different feel. And for projectors, what you're waiting for is that invitation, right? And I often tell clients that there are different ways that you can kind of encourage people to give you an invitation, like an energetic invitation to share your knowledge. And we do that through curiosity. I do that through asking questions like, would you like to learn more? Or, hey, I've got a story. Do you want to hear it? We don't give away the farm in our posts. We leave some of it up to the imagination in that they need to contact you. They need to start the conversation with you in order to get the rest of the information. It's this little bit of mystery that I think is incredibly magnetic as a projector. And when my clients do this, they reap the benefits too, because they're like, oh, if I don't share everything, because often projectors want to share everything. When I don't share and I only share just a part of it, and then I invite them into the workshop or a masterclass, people actually end up coming more often. or you get a better sign-up rate, things like that, because you haven't given everything away in the first post. Like, they need to take that next step in order to close the loop, essentially. In the marketing world, you can think of it like when a cliffhanger, you leave a really good cliffhanger, we hate, like, we love it and we hate it, right? When someone leaves you, when a series leaves you feeling like crap, like I really wanted to know what would happen, but you have to wait for the next season to come out or whatever. That's kind of what I'm talking about, is leaving these little cliffhangers that people have to tune in to the next email or come tomorrow to learn like what else is going on, right? You're leaving these little cliffhangers that bring people in and bring that curiosity. That's what is super fascinating and magnetic as a projector. It also gives you the open invitation to share your knowledge, right? Think of when you're trying to give advice to your friend and they're going through a tough time and they're like melting down, just having a day, right? And you immediately jump in and want to help guide them and give them advice, and they don't hear it. They get upset, they get defensive, they just kind of shut down and don't want to hear it. Instead of just jumping right into that guidance and advice, asking the question like, hey, like, I know you're going through a really tough time and I'm here for you. Do you want any advice right now? Just asking that simple question opens them up to like, yes, actually, I really would. Or maybe they say no, right? The same thing is true in your copy. It's sharing a story. Say you can share a client story around what someone's dealing with. And then in the messaging and in the copy, adding a question like, do you want to know what we did in order to help her through this really tough situation? And then we're like, oh my God, yes, please tell me. And then you can say, we're going to talk about it in the next post or in the next email, or right, and leave. See how that leaves a little bit of a cliffhanger? You're like, no, wait, no, but you got to tell me. Or you can like hint at it and keep going in the post. You can do it that way too. But you see how that creates like, oh my God, like, why are you, tell me more? And this works so well for projectors. So I can't stress enough how creating curiosity in these little cliffhangers it's messaging gold as a projector. But let's talk about your offers and how most projectors are creating offers like generators, maybe even many gens, right? You're creating offers trying to validate yourself, validate what you're doing. And so you're, again, throwing everything in but the kitchen sink. Now, this isn't just a projector issue. A lot of other types have this issue as well. It's somewhat of an undefined will piece of this, but oftentimes projectors want to seek validation and like, is what I'm doing good enough? Do people want it? They don't want to go all in on something until they get feedback from somebody that, yes, this is the right path to go, instead of just trusting their own intuition, trusting their path. And so they go, oh, they dip their toes in, right? Like, you'll create an offer and you'll kind of put it out there, but it's really vague because you don't really know exactly what you're doing yet. And you really want people to come back and tell you what to do. That's seeking validation before you really trust your own self. I really cannot tell you how damaging that can be to your messaging. Like, I don't want to sound like negative around this, but it's not helping you. It's not helping you in your messaging. It's not helping you in your business. I want you to think about, what are the things that you're really, really good at, number one. And number two, what are some experiences? Maybe you've healed something, done something, achieved something in your own life that you want to help someone else with now, right? When we put these two things together, we create an offer that is so specific to what you've been able to do in your life in your unique way, because it's using your talents and gifts and insight, right? We can actually stake a claim on what this offer is. It can be one-to-one. It could be Voxer access. It could be like those types of things don't matter as much as the specific like outcome that you want someone to have from your offer. When you can give that from a place of, ooh, I know I can totally help someone with this problem, it's going to sell so much easier. It's going to be so much easier to talk about. And you won't sit here going, oh, maybe somebody wants this. I don't know. Has someone invited me to do anything, right? So if we go back to talking about just your overall messaging in general, I want you to also think about what is the thing that feels the most exciting to talk about? Not from a marketing perspective, not from a like this sells or someone told me this is what I should do in my coaching business, but truly like what are you super excited to talk about? That's where we want to start forming our core messaging, because the biggest indicator of whether or not your business is going to take off is whether or not you are so in your message, meaning you are so enlivened when you show up, so like enthralled with your own energy, enthralled with what you're offering, enthralled with the people that you're talking to. That's the indicator of whether or not any of this is going to work. I can tell you from my own personal experience, I'm a Manny Jen, but from my own personal experience, the times that I've shown up from like, I know this sells, I just have to show up and do the thing, instead of, holy shit, I really want to talk about this. I really need to share this with you. This is huge and transformative and it's going to change your life. Like, do you know what the difference is? The difference is it flopping and it taking off. Truly the difference. And most projectors I see are in this, but how does it sell? How do I put this in a way that someone said is the right way to do it? Guys, there's no right way to do it. There's no one specific way to create success, to create the best, most magnetic messaging. There's only your way. It's why I'm so deeply passionate about blazing this trail and saying we get to do it our own way. It doesn't have to look a certain way. It gets to look your way. So again, as a projector, creating that curiosity, really showing up with like, guys, I have something amazing to share. Would you want to know what it is? Do you want to hear what I just freaking learned? Like, can I get that? Anyway, okay. The takeaways that I want you to walk away from this video is really knowing what it is your gift is, showing up without that seeking of validation. I know that I'm really good at this and I'm just going to share and talk about it, right? And I'm not going to seek validation because that's going to put me in convincing energy. I know this is good. I don't have to convince you or anyone else. I don't need bro marketing tactics. I just need to show up and share and express how much I freaking love this offer because I know it's going to change your life. And sprinkling in that little bit of curiosity of like, would you want to know? Show up tomorrow and I'll tell you. Or come back next week and we're going to solve it in our workshop. Be sure to come to the workshop because that's where you're going to find out exactly how to do this. Curiosity loop. Okay. Those are the two things that I want you to take away from this video. And if you liked this, know a projector that really could use this message, please share it with them. Like and subscribe, do all those fun things. And I'm so glad you're here. And I think next week we're going to do Manny Gens. So I'm excited about that one because I'm a Manny Gen. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.